So first off, we've got the ICO Radjav, and what they're doing is they're building a platform for smart contracting apps and decentralized apps. We're going to hear Nathaniel from Radjav.
My name is Nathaniel Kunerod, and I developed Radjav. Radjav is a general-purpose JavaScript runtime environment, decentralized data center, and framework. Now, I know that's quite the mouthful, but the best way to look at Radjav is, what do we got here? Okay. But the best way to look at Radjav is a combination of Java and Ethereum combined. Now, why should developers go and learn this new platform? Well, to put it simply, we're entering a new age of the internet, and with this new age comes new innovations, comes new security vulnerabilities, and comes new ways to make money, so we need new tools to help lead the way. So with Radjav, developers can create extremely portable code. So what that means is using the same code, developers can create apps that will run on Windows, Linux, Mac, and online in HTML5. Now, at the same time, with this code, they'll be able to create, the servers will become significantly more secure using our MVC framework. Now, additionally, the smart contracts that will eventually come to Radjav in version v2 of the blockchain, they will be severely watered down with our scripting language. The reason being is to provide an additional layer of security. Now, eventually there's going to be a decentralized data center on the platform which will allow for the execution of more complex smart contracts, such as DApps. All right. That's how I switch it. All right. So the old way to create an application that connects to a blockchain or a smart contract, you need 3 developers, each with their own different skill set. The first developer is the app developer that would create the front end. The next developer is the server developer that would create the back end. And the third developer, it would be most likely the Ethereum developer that would create the Solidity smart contract. Now, with Radjav, to create that same system, all you need is a single Radjav developer to create the front end, the back end server, and the smart contract all on the same platform. And it doesn't even have to be an app. It could be a video game as well. Now, how developers use Radjav is with the 4 different aspects. The 4 different aspects are the GUI, or the graphical user interface, the 3D engine, which would be for game development, the blockchain, and the server. Now, with all 4 of these aspects, they all work together in harmony. So they would be able to create nearly any kind of app they need. Now, additionally, with Radjav Interact, which is currently in development, it's going to be an MVC framework that automatically updates the UI as data syncs with the server, adding an additional layer of security so the developer does not have to manually sanitize the user's input. Now, on to the decentralized data center. It's going to be released in 3 versions. The first version is what's currently online right now. It's basically an immutable ledger, similar to that of Bitcoin. And what its point is to give developers who have not had any blockchain experience a chance to experiment with it, create new apps that can actually utilize our XRJ coin and transfer it and create new applications with that framework. The next version is Blockchain v2, which will be able to execute both public and private smart contracts. Now, the smart contracts today allow for very the smart contracts today allow for very complex contracts to be created. And with Radjav, we believe there's power in simplicity. It's great to have all these bells and whistles in these smart contracts, but ultimately, the more complex a smart contract can be, the more mistakes that the developer can make, and the more vulnerable it can be. So with Radjav, we propose a simple smart contract scripting language that is easy to understand and easy to develop with. Not just that, it would create an additional layer of security for the developers and for regular users to be able to see the smart contract and understand what's going on for the most part. Now, with smart contracts, we need to take all the precautions necessary when coding them, especially when my home state, Arizona, is starting to make them legally binding. So And not to mention, we even trust our money with these smart contracts. Anyway, blockchain V3 is the decentralized data center. It's going to be a network made up of computers called nodes, and these nodes will be able to execute the D app, which would have no limitations on it whatsoever. Developers could create whatever they want. Now, how is Radjav going to be developed? Well, we use several different open source libraries to create Radjav, which makes development significantly easier. But with that in mind, I'm the only developer that's actually worked on it so far, and with that already online, you can create apps using Radjav that can actually connect to the V1 blockchain. So we're actually looking for developers right now and advisors, or possibly even early backers. If you're interested, we're in the Oval space, Oval office right across the street, so please come see me. Now, the primary goal of Radjav is to simplify software development as much as possible. By giving developers the tools they need to succeed, we can create a platform that they will use for years to come. Why would they use something else that's going to make their work harder and more vulnerable, possibly? With any kind of technology, blockchain or otherwise, it is developers that choose the platforms they're going to work with, and it is developers that we need to cater to with any kind of technology. So the more developers that use Radjav, the more secure our world will become. Thank you.